Welcome to the iRally YouTube channel. We're here ahead of Rally Sweden, and, well, an almost local boy to Rally Sweden is Mads Ostberg. Great to have Mads with us this evening. Mads, welcome to Rally Sweden. It is your home rally. Maybe you should be welcoming us. Almost your home rally.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Norway is very close to Sweden, and I feel like home here. I've been here a lot of times, and I'm very often in Sweden, so it's good to be here.
A few big changes for you this year, Mads. We'll talk about, I think, the most major change in really what you're doing this year, your approach this year. You've changed cars. We all assumed that with the history you have with ProDrive that you'd be one of the first customers for the new Mini. You've decided to go for the Ford. You've been embraced by the Ford family, part of the M Sport Stobart Ford World Rally team this year. A big change for you. A difficult decision to move away from ProDrive and to move to M Sport?
Yes, I mean we have a very good and very long relationship with ProDrive and also with Subaru, and I mean we were also thinking about what to do, and Mini was a good decision for us. But also we have been doing some rallies with Ford last year, and I really wanted to drive the Ford. I've always liked the Ford car, and with the new Fiesta coming up, I was really tempted to go with them, and as we did the two WRC events we did with them last year, I just felt really welcome in the team, and we had some good meetings after that, and here we are now in a brand new Fiesta WRC car, and I'm just very, very happy, and I'm looking forward to this a lot.
Ahead of what's going to be a big season for a lot of young drivers. I think a very big season for you in particular. And if you'd had a choice about where you wanted the season to start, you'd have said here. Really, these conditions are the conditions you'd have chosen. If you'd had a plan for the perfect conditions for Rally Sweden, this is what you'd have chosen, more or less. It is incredible out there. Tell us about really what you saw today when you were out wrecking. To me, it looked almost perfect.
Yeah, it is. For me, it's 100% perfect as it is now. The roads have quite a good ice base, not too much ice because then you will have very deep ruts for the second pass, but quite a good ice base, and then a lot of snow on that with very nice, beautiful snow banks, and it's just been a fantastic recce today. I normally don't enjoy the recce that much, but today I've been smiling all through the day. It looks absolutely perfect. It couldn't have been a better start to the season, really.
Tell us a little bit about those snowbanks, because there's a lot of debate about snowbanks, whether or not you can choose to use them. When you're out wrecking, do you have a look, do you stop and do you have a look at the snowbanks and see how hard they are? Because we know that if there's a bit of toughness in the snowbanks, if they're nice and solid and icy, you can almost use them to lean on, to push the car around, to go that little fraction quicker. But if they're not and they're soft, they just suck you in, and that's it, you're out the rally. Do you stop on the recce and have a look and test just how strong those snowbanks are?
Yeah, I mean, using the snowbank is very normal, especially for us which are used to driving on snow, and I don't stop, but I try with the recce car a little bit to see what they are like, and it's depending on how the snowbanks are. And now today it's quite hard underneath, but you will have a soft layer of snow on the top, and that allows you to use the snowbanks quite a lot, really, and you can gain seconds on using the snowbanks. But also now with the cars with less power than we have been used to, it's a little bit more tricky because you can also lose time by using them. But when they are soft like now, I very often use them to turn the car into the corner, and that's quite good. But when they are hard, you cannot do that.
I mean, this is the thing. This is where I think you've got a huge advantage this weekend. You've not had the seat time that, say, the factory drivers have had in the new Fiesta, but you've done a couple of rallies already in Norway in the Norwegian Championship in these conditions. Driving on snow comes almost naturally to you, more naturally than perhaps even driving on gravel, and certainly more naturally than driving on tarmac. Do you really think that this weekend it is a level playing field for everyone, and that there is a chance that you can go on and perhaps take a podium here, perhaps even take a win here?
I mean, we haven't even thought about going that high. I mean, I have a good feeling now. We have done two Norwegian Championship rounds with the Fiesta S2000 car, so I'm quite familiar with the Fiesta, and I'm also very confident on snow at the moment, and Obviously, we want to do a good result here. We don't have all the seat time we want, but I'm very happy with the test I did, and we are aiming high. But for a win, that's not at least it's not planned. But we will push hard to be amongst the top drivers.
I've certainly got you as one of my outside bets for a bit of a surprise here this weekend. I think if you can keep the car on the road, which might be the difficult thing for everyone this weekend, then I think you'll be there or thereabouts come the end of the rally. But you mentioned earlier on the lack of power, not the lack of power, but the slightly less power in these new 1.6 turbo World Rally cars. How noticeable is it? Obviously we were looking at 2-litre turbos in the past. These are 1.6 turbos, but we're hearing in terms of speed they're almost as quick as the old cars. But you're saying they're noticeably a little less and a little down on power.
Yes, I mean you can feel the power is a bit down. It's still amazing the power they have got out of a 1.6 liter. I'm really surprised by that, and it is certainly good power, but it's not the power we had in the old WRC cars. So I think it's the car feels really quick. I must say, I'm really surprised. With taking all the electronics, all the proper diffs from the old WRC cars away, and everything is mechanical. But it works really, really well. Even though the power is not the same as before, I feel the grip of the car is amazing. I mean, on the test, I was just smiling through the corners, but because I couldn't believe you could go so fast through the corners. So. Yeah, it's. I would say definitely it's quicker through the corners, but then you lose a little bit on the engine power. But overall, I think we will definitely be quicker in these cars than we were with old WRC cars.
It's really exciting. It's been a long time since we had a formula change, if you like, in rallying, and it's so exciting not really knowing what's going to happen this weekend. And I think the fact we are in Sweden adds to that, because there's a number of drivers. There's yourself, there's P.G. Anderson, there's Peter Solberg. I don't think we can back the factory drivers as certainties this weekend. Obviously, Loeb and Ogier, and in particular Jari-Matti and Mikko will be right up there and will be favourites. But there are 3 or 4 other drivers, Henning Solberg as well, who could come into the picture this weekend. Tell us a little bit, though, Mads, about your preparation for this event. Tell us about how you're feeling, and it's a big year for you. Have you had any special preparation for this one, or has it just been your usual way that you would prepare for a World Rally Championship event?
Well, I think no, it's been quite special, really. I mean, ever since we agreed with M Sport to do the season, I mean, we got the S2000 car over to Norway and we started testing on snow straight away, and all of that has been preparation for this one rally and also for starting to drive the Fiesta WRC car. But we have done the 2 first Norwegian Championship rounds in the Fiesta S2000, and I just felt so home in that car. It's sort of like they made that car for me. It just suits my driving style really well, and I feel really confident. I've had 2 great rallies back home in Norway, and the feeling with the car is really good. I'm like a part of the car, It does exactly what I wanted to do, and when I went in the WRC Fiesta for the first time on Sunday, I was just sat in the car. It looks the same inside, with everything, and I was like, I just hope this car is the same on the drive, but more power, and that was exactly the feeling I got. So I'm really happy then that I did all the driving with the S2000 car and just got so familiar with the car and could just bring all of that into the new car and just have more power and more fun. So
I'd have to say I'm getting excited just listening to you talking about it. One last question. Let's look at Friday morning. From what we're hearing, Thursday afternoon could bring bucket loads of snow. Friday morning it could still be snowing. We're trying to work out what your road position will be. We're not absolutely sure yet, but we think you may be round about 8th or 9th on the road. If we do get heavy overnight snow, if it continues to snow on the Friday morning, you could be in pole position in 8th or 9th place on the road.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a very good start position. I actually don't know which position I'm in, so I will just go wherever they place me. But all I can do is drive as quickly as I can, and I feel very confident with my driving at the moment, and with the pace notes, and with the cars, and with the team. So everything is just set to be really good, and whichever position I'm in, I will push as hard as I can, and hopefully stay on the road. I feel confident that I will be able to do that. But when the race starts, sometimes everything turns black and you just go quicker than you should. So I will try to continue staying calm and just trust everything we have done before we come here.
When it kicks off on Friday morning, Mads, there'll be an awful lot of people through iRally, I'm sure, watching you very closely indeed. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. The very, very best of luck this week.
Thank you very much.
There we are, that's Mads Ostberg on iRally. Follow his progress on this week's Rally Sweden. For me, he is one to watch.